Hello Rochelle, welcome to your reading.
Hello Rochelle.
Let's get straight into your oracle cards. Firstly, from Alice the Wonderland, what came out for you was the card of Believe. This talks about strange encounters, and it's encountering people that you feel are unlike you in some capacity. A sense of being in unusual circumstances, perhaps interacting with different belief systems, different customs even. So it's a feeling here of discovery. I get it as discovery and a need to accept differences. Now Richard has pulled from the Energy Oracle as the card for Hayden, Envy in reverse.
Yeah, we do read reversals with this particular deck. And in reverse, this is a pretty good card. This card reversed heralds a great time of joy and appreciation. Your choice to shift your focus from future longing to present gratitude creates a significant difference in your energy field and moves out in a dramatic and radiant way to attract more to you.
Okay, so it's instead of feeling a sense of poverty or lack, it's instead looking towards the future with gratitude. With gratitude
and
for
appreciation.
For what he has. Now we'll be doing a true he said, she said reading. I'll be reading as you and what you need to know about this, Rochelle. And Richard will be reading as Hayden. I have him at the bottom of the deck as the King of Pentacles. So I'll cut this deck and we'll get started on the status of the relationship, how you feel about him, the strengths of the relationship, the weaknesses, what you should continue to do in this situation, what you should stop doing, and the likely outcome here.
Yeah, I'm going to lay down the same cards here, Rochelle. So we're looking at the status of the relationship, how this man feels about you, strengths, weaknesses, what he should keep doing, what he should stop doing, and the outcome if nothing changes.
Status is the King of Wands. Now he's a Virgo, you're a Libra, so he's coming up here because I do see gender in personal readings. So the focus here is on someone who generally believes in their own, shall we say,
righteousness.
Yeah,
rightness.
Rightness. Someone who feels that they're right.
Yes.
A lot of the time.
Righteousness probably has a bit too much of a connotation to it.
Yeah. No. When he thinks of things, he thinks he's in the he's the one that has it right, and everyone else needs to follow his lead. So there's that kind of energy around this.
He knows best.
He knows best. Yeah.
That kind of energy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So looking over here, status of relationship, we have the Star for Hayden. So that's good. I mean, that talks about hope, and we got this energy here with the Envy card in reverse, with looking towards the future with appreciation, and there's a bit of energy about the Star with that too.
Let's take a look and see how you're viewing him. With the Eight of Cups in reverse, there's that uncertainty there of whether or not you should walk away or try to work this out. Right now, you may be thinking that you've done all that you can, but there's still an element here of not being ready to fully abandon this situation and leave it behind.
Okay, so looking over here at how Hayden feels about you, we've got the Sun. You have the Sun and the Star here. So he has a lot of hope for this relationship, I think. I mean, you may be having some doubts, but he seems to be pretty much all in on this.
Yeah, he seems to be in a good place. Let's have a look at the strengths. We've got the High Priestess in reverse. I'll get one more card on that one. What is the strength here for the relationship between Rochelle and Hayden? Queen of Cups. Okay. I know that Heidi is a Cancer, but I actually feel that the strength here is more your energy as the Queen of Cups. And I see it as a capacity, your capacity to be a very loving, very nurturing, caring person around this man. But with the High Priestess in reverse, it seems to me that there's a blockage of some kind when it comes to listening to that inner voice. You're feeling a very spiritual energy about this relationship, but you're not sure what to do with it. I feel it's like you are hearing the voice, but you're
suppressing
it or
ignoring it.
Yeah, not fully ignoring it, because I think that you're aware of it on some levels, but it has to do with, I want to say, like a mothering kind of energy, but we'll come back to that in a moment.
Yeah, let's look at the strength for Hayden, and we've got the 9 of Swords as the strength. Doesn't seem to match up very well here with the Star and the Sun as to how he thinks about the relationship, but the 9 of Swords, I get this is more about the energy of how he feels about the effect that his daughter is having on the relationship. I think he's anxious about it, and he's I think rightly so. He's worried. He's worried that it's going to have an effect, but that's a strength because he knows about the problem. So he's concerned about it. He's concerned about it, and I think that's a strength.
Yeah. So he's not burying his head in the sand.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see what the weakness is here. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse tells me that the weakness is that you are having thoughts about moving on to something that you view as a less problematic, less of a struggle. It has been a period of difficulty with this relationship, and there is that feeling that has been there in the past of lack, not having what you need. But he seems to be turning that around to, instead of that place of poverty, of not feeling like you have enough of something, turning it around from that feeling of coldness, not being in that place of abundance, of being able to share a full and happy, abundant life together, turning that around. I see that he is thinking that way. He's focused on that. You, on the other hand, it's coming up as the weakness, as I feel like
I get doubt.
A lot of doubt here, but I also get the sense that you may be viewing that this is possible, yes, but not within this particular relationship.
Okay, so let's look over here at the weakness for Hayden. We have the 4 of Wands as the weakness. You know, again, I get this as the interference, or well, I shouldn't say interference, that's probably not the right word. The issues that he's having with his daughter within this relationship.
Yeah, like the home dynamics.
Yes, that's right. So I get the sense that all of you moving in together and having a happy home is the weakness here. I think that she's going to continue to create problems in this relationship.
Let's have a look and see what you should continue to do here. We've got the Magician in reverse. Let's see. What is the Magician in reverse here?
You know, it's kind of interesting. You know, you've got the Magician, that's the 1 card. You've got the High Priestess, that's the 2 card. They're both in the reverse here, in the strength and in what you should do.
Yeah, and now we've got the Hermit as well.
In the reverse.
So they both speak very highly spiritual cards. So what you should continue to do... I would say that the main energy that I'm picking up around this is regarding the lack of full knowledge. I feel like you need to find out more information before you try to do anything, whether it's build a relationship with this man or go your separate ways. There's something that needs to be revealed here in terms of knowledge,
But I get this,
wisdom,
I do get
information.
Sorry, Rochelle.
No, you're right.
I do get the sense, though, Rochelle, that if you did find out any information, if you actually got down and listened to your intuition, I think it would probably tell you that to end this relationship. That's the sense I'm getting from these 3 cards here. That what's keeping this relationship going right now is the fact that you're not really doing very much in the way of analysis.
Yeah.
But once you did sit down and really think about this and really listen to that intuition, what your intuition was telling you, I think your intuition would probably tell you to end this.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm not saying. That's what you should do. What the cards are saying you should do is continue not doing that. But I think that's if you want to continue.
If you want to continue with the relationship, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rochelle. It's kind of harsh energy. So looking over here, what Hayden should keep doing. We got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. It's kind of like having the Four of Wands here in the upright as a weakness, having the Ace of Pentacles in reverse as what he should keep doing. That is not building a stable foundation for this relationship.
Yeah.
I think this relationship is one that is not destined for a long-term type situation. I think it'll be fine in the short term, and I think that if you're having fun with this relationship, you should keep going.
I don't think she is, though, because, well, what you should stop doing, we have the Sun.
And you know, it's interesting that he has the Sun here as how he views you.
Trying to make this a happy kind of thing. It seems to me like you bring the happiness into this relation, into this family unit, if I can call it that. And I feel like the onus has been on you to try to make this work. And you've been the one here that's been trying to keep that positive attitude. But it's saying that you should actually stop doing that. I want to get another card on the Sun here as what you should stop doing. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, trying to keep everything together, trying to keep it harmonious, maintaining the status quo. Yeah, you know, the thing is, I actually feel like this is something that, I don't know, I keep getting this energy here of you knowing something intuitively, but somehow not fully being in touch with it. And it is about leaving this behind, you know. It's
almost like, and I kind of hesitate to use this wording, but it's kind of like you've got your head buried in the sand.
It's a little bit like that, but not exactly.
Not exactly like that.
Because I think you are aware on some level.
Yeah,
I mean, something's obviously, you're asking for a tarot reading. You know that there's something here that doesn't seem quite right to you.
And that's right.
And, you know...
But you're not quite sure what that thing is.
He seems to be the one here that wants it more than you, and you know, that can be... It can be good energy on one hand, but also bad energy, because you know, oftentimes it's actually better to be the one who is more wanted in the relationship. You know, there's always that kind of balance there. One always wants to be in the relationship more than the other one does. So it seems to me that you're the one here that is very much desired by this man.
But his advice here is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which means he shouldn't push you.
Yeah, that's right, and try to make this something long-standing.
Okay, so let's look at what Hayden should stop doing. And we've got, again, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse as what he should stop doing.
It can mean like a meddling
Yeah.
Three people in this that are just not cooperating, not working together.
Yeah, so I guess it's a matter of trying to avoid that situation.
Yeah.
The meddling, especially if that's Heidi we're talking about there.
Right. Let's have a look at the outcome here. We've got you as the your Libran, Queen of Swords here, making a decision.
You're in the upright.
You're in the upright, so it speaks to me of you. The thing about this is that I really feel that there's a real need for you to spend some time thinking, quiet time, contemplation, free from any kind of distractions, forget about your work, technology, all of that, and spend some time wherever you like to enjoy a place of quiet, wherever that is for you, and really pay attention to that inner voice, because I feel it's pretty strong in you. This Queen of Cups tells me that energy is actually quite strong in you. You're just not hearing it. You're not hearing it right now, but or you're not hearing it as loud as you can be. I see the potential here for you to be listening more to that inner voice. And once you do turn this Hermit card around into the upright and get that clarity, get that wisdom, you'll be able to make this choice from a place of not wishful thinking or anything like that, but rather based on facts, based on logic and reason. You've been trying, I see you trying to keep this together, and you've been like the glue here. You've been, in the past, I feel like you've really tried hard to maintain the happiness, to keep this together. Possibly because it was a stable, I see the stability here with the fours, a stable environment. But for you, I think that for some reason I get the energy that the sell-by date is past, and this is something that you're really feeling more of a call to walk away from. Let's see, what is this Queen of Swords as the outcome? What is the Queen of Swords here as the outcome for Rochelle? Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I do feel like this is not going to go the distance here, Rochelle, in terms of a long-term commitment with Hayden.
Yeah, we were kind of getting that earlier though as well.
Soulmate energy is funny because soulmates come into our lives at certain times in order for us to learn what we can, and then once we've learned what we can, it's time to move on to the next kind of experience, the next opportunity for growth. I feel like this has been an opportunity that has served its purpose, but it seems to be now for you coming to an end, Rochelle.
Alright, so looking here at the outcome for Hayden, we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So this has a bit of a giving up energy to it. And I think he sees the challenges, and I think a lot of the challenges are around his daughter, and I think this is kind of affecting the relationship. And I'm not sure if that's the reason that you're not using your intuition to its greatest extent. If you're not seeing all of these pieces in play here.
Yeah. Can we get another card on the Three of Pentacles in reverse?
Sure.
Because it just seems to me like you should stop trying to make some three people fit together that don't really fit together well, that don't really work well. This card of strange encounters. There seems to be some differences here that are difficult. There's some kind of feeling around this of not accepting the differences. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, we got two there. Okay.
Got two here. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse, and we've got the King of Pentacles here in the upright.
the Knight.
Oh, sorry, Knight of Pentacles, I meant, sorry.
So you should stop trying to make this a stable thing. I mean, really, I don't think that... And I got that energy before with these cards. I got motherhood. I think that the reality here, Rochelle, is that you're not really wanting to, you know, and this is not, you know, this is in no way any kind of judgment. This is just what I'm seeing here, is that you're not really seeing that you care to be like a mother figure for this daughter, for the teenage daughter.
Yeah, we get that over here with this Four of Wands as the weakness.
Yeah.
And also with this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse as what he should keep doing. And with the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse, yeah, I get the same sense as what Michelle gets as well.
Yeah, it speaks to me of motherhood, trying to find a replacement mother for his we'll call her a child, but you know, she's, let's be honest, you know, a couple of years she'll probably be out of the house. So it's really difficult energy when we talk about someone who is a single parent, and especially fathers here trying to take care of a daughter, and they're looking for you, I think, for help, for assistance to help raise a child that is not your own, and it may be a little bit too much, you know.
Yeah, you know, there's always a cost benefit thing going into relationships, and I have a feeling here the cost might outweigh the benefits.
For you, yeah,
for you.
I feel so, because you know, I don't think that you want this. I mean, that's just what I'm seeing here. You don't want this role. I'll call it a role. I don't think you want this role. You know,
maybe sometime in the future when she's not part of the equation.
Yeah, when she goes off to school, or
you know, this might be
leaves home.
I think it would be interesting for you to see what this could look like
without her
at that point. But right now, it's not looking like a long-term situation.
We'll see what you should surrender here. What should Rochelle surrender? Surrender to rest and sleep. Well, that's what I was talking about with I feel like you haven't had a moment here to just really pay attention to what your gut is trying to tell you here. So get some quiet time so that you can really pay attention to that intuition here, you that empathic side of you. I feel what I want to say here, Rochelle, is that this man, I think, to make this better, if let's say you want to make this better, I feel you'd have to tap into that more motherly type role.
And I think that goes against the grain right now for you.
Yeah, it's, and you know, for teenage daughters, if you're not their actual mother, again, there's that difficulty there as well of competition and all kinds of resentment and things like that. So it's a lot. I just feel the energy around this. If it's a lot to take on, that kind of role for a teenager who is very much already has all of their identity. Well, I want to say they're not in their formative years. Let's put it that way. I mean, she's older. So
yeah, the die's already been cast with her.
Pretty much, yeah.
Certainly no changing her.
No.
And the last thing this man should be doing is trying to to squeeze the three of you together,
cast you in a role that is not really
the happy family type role.
Yeah, it's not really fitting. You're not gelling well as a three
unit.
Yeah, so I think for you, once you realise that, I see you cutting this out. I see you moving on. Because there's just something lacking here. It's something not quite. I pick it up as just something that's not quite sitting well. What should Rochelle surrender here? Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of trying to make everyone else happy. And I see that up here. You know, you've been the one that's trying to keep the happiness here.
Keep the peace.
To keep the peace, to try and make everyone be happy together, but it doesn't seem to be working out. And I think for your own benefit here, this one is going to be something that you're going to choose to leave behind. You know, yes, there's stability around this, but I actually feel that that's not that important to you at the present time. So you're going to make a decision not to focus on the stability, and instead I feel that you're going to really pay attention to your own needs, focus on yourself, and let this play out, let their situation play out the way it has to. You know, it's possible that down the track, when she's no longer in the picture, you could revisit this at that point. I mean, you know, but at the moment, it just doesn't seem to be anything that is going to pay off in the long run, as it presently is at this very moment. It would have to be substantially changed in the future for the benefit for you both to arise, and meaning there would have to be no more of this trying to fit the three of you together business.
I do get the sense that you two, you and Hayden, are not a bad match.
Yeah.
But I think you two could work well together. But with this third person in the mix, I don't think it's going too well.
No, it's mostly about him finding it difficult to be a single father, and just really looking for somebody else to pick up the slack, if you will, to, you know, a female to help him with a female daughter. But gosh, you know, that's a difficult ask. It really is. And for you, I think you have to pay attention to your own needs before you try and help the daughter and help this man and his daughter here.
Yeah, and you listen to your intuition.
Yeah. So we'll leave it there for you, Rochelle, and wish you all the very best with this. Thank you for choosing us.
Thank you, Rochelle. Goodbye and good luck.